Hi guys, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and this is your weekly angel oracle card reading for the week beginning May 1st, 2017. I got this whole thing to explain to you. We're going to be doing things a little strangely this week, I suppose, but before we do all that, let's get to the business end of things. You need to know what decks I'm going to be using, right? So first I'm going to be using the Messages from Your Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, and of course pulling the crystal cards from the Healing Crystal Oracle by Rochelle Sharman. And if you would like to get a personal reading with me, go to my website, angelsouls444.com, the services page. I'm actually hoping to get caught up on personal readings, and if my schedule goes according to plan, that would mean that I might be able to get your reading to you a little bit faster than the 20-day wait time. No guarantee on that. Again, there's a lot of pieces to Angel Souls here, so it's not just readings, you know, so there are other things that kind of come up every once in a while, but right now it looks pretty good if you want to get in line for a reading. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, I will leave all that information down below. And of course, Gumroad. Oh, I gotta tell you something about Gumroad. Okay, so I have courses up. There's still the year overview for 2017, and again, if all goes well this week, I hope to be recording the first video in the Archangel series, telling you all about Archangel Michael, why would you want to work with him, and how to connect with him. So I think what I'll do, like format wise, is just sort of, you know, give you some history maybe, or let you know a little bit about Archangel Michael for a few minutes within the video, and then lead you in a meditation to connect with him. Okay? Whew, got a lot of stuff going on. So what the heck happened with the first video? Let me tell you this really quickly, and again, while we're doing that, I'll pull out the cards. So I went outside to do this reading, like I said, and it was just, put that there. It was just crazy town out there. I mean, the video got so messed up. I was like, okay, can I just edit this down? Will it be okay? Nope, it cut off on the end, like half the video was missing, whatever. But anyway, I felt, normally in that case I would just be like, that's not the message, and we just have to move on. But I felt like this, like, again, I'm going to do the recap with these cards. So we kind of need this message for this week, but we're going to pull fresh cards as well. Now, if we get double cards, that's saying something. So please forgive the quick run through. I'm going to do it, like I said, very fast. So the first card we had was Bridget. And basically the story that we have with all these cards, there was this message here of, you know, bide your time a little bit. Take your time. You know, don't forge ahead just yet. There's more information coming, and we'll see from where the crystal cards, there they are. I'll pull those out too. So the crystal cards that came up in that first reading, one was learning and the other one was life's purpose. Okay, so I think it was fluorite with learning and amazonite with life's purpose, and it went along with these cards as well. So for some of us, there might be something that we would perceive as a disappointment, only because we as humans, we try to push on what we think should be, and the universe is like, no, but I got a better idea. You want to see it? So things might not be working on our time schedule, or, you know, something may not pan out the way we had hoped, but fear not, okay? Everything is working out exactly as it needs to. All right, so the first card we had from that first attempt to do this weekly reading was Bridget. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. Okay, and this is, again, whenever this card comes up, it's all about look at the light within. That's what she's doing in this card, and that's how you're going to illuminate in the darkness. So if you're feeling lost, you're feeling scared, you're feeling like things are not coming to fruition the way that you want, look within. It just came up too, some of you might be trying to push on a love partner. One of the most dangerous things I've ever seen posted, we got to be careful with our metaphysics, right? We have to be careful in how we approach that. And I saw this video one time, it was like how to manifest that one, or basically get someone to love you. From an angelic perspective, the angels don't go against people's free will. And as an angel medium, I would encourage you not to do that either. Okay, so trying to, you know, meditate to get a certain person to love you, number one, you might be doing yourself a disservice, and also you're dipping into their free will energy. So I don't know, someone needed to hear that out there. So a word of caution on that. So the next card we had from that first reading was Crystal. Have faith and hope because there's something positive and new on the horizon you can't yet see. Okay, so again, a lot of us are probably heading in a direction that isn't going to help us live our fullest potential. Okay, and I think ultimately God, source, creator, the universe, whatever you want to call it, I call it God, is going to be in touch obviously with your soul. And so if it's better for your soul's growth or whatever, you know, that's what's going to play out, not necessarily what you think should be the best thing. And also keep in mind too, this could be clearing the way for solutions to come forward that you had never even considered, right? Because it's not in your existence. You don't know about it yet. All right. So here's Zaina, the next card. And this is why I'm saying a lot of us might feel shaky, unsteady. What the heck's going on here? And it might, for some of you, cause fear. Now, you know me, I'm always saying, you know, be authentic. If you're having a bad day, it's okay to be like, hey, this day was a little stinky, but here we go. I'm going to recover from it, right? So not dwelling in the negativity, but always being honest with yourself and with others. So if you are having kind of a rough week, it's going to be okay, all right? Just face it, acknowledge it, and move through it. All right, so Zaina, you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. All right? So whatever's going on this week, guys, you're going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Then we had this opal card. It says, your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. Now, for some of you, you're trying to force a pregnancy. You're getting impatient about pregnancy. You come at anything with any sort of desperation or feeling like you're running out of time, or, you know, for some of you, you've been through a lot trying to get pregnant, and you know that can make you feel probably very disheartened. I haven't been there yet myself, but I can imagine. My best guess would be that you would be very disheartened. And this is saying it's okay. The kids are all right. If you're worried about children that are already born, they're okay too. Everything's going to work out just fine. If you're trying to conceive, the children that are waiting for you on the other side, they're fine too. All right. And for those parents out there who do have a child that was incarnated and then went back to the other side, number one, God bless you. My heart goes out to you. May you be surrounded with love and blessings, but know that your children on the other side are doing fine. All right. Now, for the rest of us, what the heck does this mean? Well, babies, new starts. We've been talking about that. And this might be your baby project, okay? Or a goal or a dream. It's this new thing that you want to bring to fruition, but it's just not time yet, okay? Then what we had for the crystal cards, hopefully they're still, yep, here they are, right on top. All right, so let me just put that there. So here we go. We had, first was learning, and these two cards in the first reading had flown out. I'm just, you know, putting these up so you can get a feel for the color. You know, just take it in, see what hits you. And that's something too, I should say, and this one is Amazonite, life purpose. When you listen to these readings, if ever I hold up a card and there's something incredibly personal that you take in from it, trust that, okay? That's your own spiritual team triggering you to give you an even more personal message, okay? So that's what came out of the first reading. Let's see why the heck all that went down. Let's get some more cards here, guys. And it is getting a little cloudy outside. And again, because I'm recording this, I'm just using natural light. So going forward, I hope that the lighting won't be like this, but we do what we can, right? All right. I think that will do it right there. Yep, there's one of them. Victory. Okay, so I have a feeling so far, that's just one card, but I have a feeling like maybe the reading and the cards that came up the first time, that wouldn't have been enough for some of you. Like you might have felt like, just, you know, again, that word disheartened or sad. Ooh, oh, okay, now I see. Okay, hang on. Oh, this is cool. I like this. Oh, well, here's Crystal. She came up from the first reading. This is interesting. Okay. This one? Yes, okay. Okay. Okay, so this is awkward. Hold on one second. Let me just put that back there. So we did have 2 repeat cards, which is fascinating. But apparently, again, a lot of you perhaps were going to let the message land and it probably wasn't going to feel so hot. So they want to give you a little bit more information. So the first card we have here is Omega, Victory. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. I totally get it. I hope you get it too. This is why we had to do it over. You saw the first 4 cards and now they're like, hey, but don't worry. It's okay. Your desires are coming to fruition. Things are happening. It's just you have a little bit more to understand about your own path, about where you're heading, what your true desires are. And some of you have gone through some shakeups already where you've had to sort of reassess, and go, who am I now? What do I want? This isn't saying give up on your dreams, definitely not, but you might need to revamp those dreams. This also talks about, some of our goals can be very ego-based, right? If you grew up being bullied, let's say, or nobody liked you and everybody always made you feel bad for who you are, sometimes as an adult, you might want to get out there and really achieve to show them, look at what I've done. You should have been nice to me. So that's actually, in some way, that's an ego pursuit. It's trying to get revenge, this sort of thing. And a lot of us too, we just want to feel loved and respected. I remember I used to be in the acting community and there was a lot of people who were choosing to be actors and wanted to make it big so that people loved them. There's a problem in that. Or they thought they were going to be super rich or, whatever the case may be. All right. So this is a week where we're being asked to keep fine-tuning, get real with ourselves. Why am I going after this thing? Or, because the Opal card came up again, why am I pushing so hard to have a child? What are my fears around that? Okay. And that's what this week feels like. It really is taking an honest look at what ails you. Okay. Like, really, where is this coming from? Is this my fear? Is it a societal pressure kind of thing? Or, again, I could sit here and go on and on because I feel a lot of different energies coming in, but, just know that things are happening, but you can't push on it. Is that clear? Don't push on it because you're going to have a bad week if you're trying to push on things. Conversely too, if you already have, like, let's say you get news about a job this week and you didn't get it, don't be upset. Okay, I'm serious. Don't be upset because things are opening up for you to have a new experience. Okay. So the second card we have is Celeste. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. Okay. So what's happening this week is, you might get news like, I don't know, like maybe some of you, a divorce is getting finalized this week and that could bring some sadness. But for some of you, you're going to get news about, again, a job or something that you thought, okay, someone out there, sorry, this is getting very specific, but someone out there, you've been waiting on a job offer and it actually went to somebody else and it had nothing to do with you. You just kind of came late to the game. Okay. So I don't know who that would be for, but there you go. There it is. But this is saying there's a happy move to a new home or place of employment. This movement will usher in positive new energy. Okay. So things are still shifting and changing. There could be good news around home for some of you, but even if you're not moving home or even moving place of employment, look at what she's doing. She's dancing in the moonlight. The moon, we just had a new moon, fresh beginnings, introspection, not for a new moon, it would be more of a full moon, I suppose, but you can take that energy anyway, and it's Archangel Haniel kind of energy where you're getting balance. You're balancing I just heard balancing ambitions. So okay, so we're trying so hard in our human existence that we're getting ourselves off track. Okay, it's like we're trying too hard, trying to make too much happen all at once. And this is really asking us to let go of what's not working, because all of us are shifting, we're growing, we're changing. And I think a lot of us keep trying to hang on to old dreams or trying to take the old approach. We talk about that all the time as well. Yeah, but here we go. This is a week where you're having to get really real with yourselves. Again, this was from the first reading too, so I'll just read it again. Crystal, have faith and hope. Second time around, this is the sentence that you need to hear the most. Have faith and hope, okay? Because there's something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. We're cooking something up behind the scenes, baby. Don't worry. And this could be a very lovely surprise, but one, for some of you it's going to be good. For others it's like, whoa, I did not see that coming. Ooh, I got to think about this. Because she has her hands over her heart, and she's sort of, it depends on how you want to look at it. If it's kind of a surprise that, threw you for a loop in kind of a bad way, you might have to heal your heart a little bit. Or it could be a surprise. It's like, wait, you're offering me what? You want me to do what? Oh, I got to think about this, right? And then you're going and you're seeking within, like that Bridget card from the first reading. You're looking at the light within to see what you should do, okay? So really having to make a decision this week, perhaps. Or the decisions come in steps. So this week is more like a decision to let something go, or a decision to change course, perhaps. And then you can make decisions about what you're going to do and how you're going to proceed, okay? And again, for some of you, there's like an offer from like the back end of things. Like someone's been talking about you, they've got their eye on you for something, all right? And this might be coming out, but it's something that kind of rattles your world. Again, okay, so we have that one card. It could be like your dream job offer comes out, but you got to move across the country or move overseas. You can't just say yes to that. Most people would, you might, but most people would be like, I got to think about this. That's a big decision. I've talked to my family, okay? So on and so forth. I'm getting this heat over my body and I'm like losing my breath too. So there's like this is a big presence. So yes, Metatron. Hi, Metatron. Woo! Okay, yes, and he's giving me confirmation heat wave over my body. Oh, okay, so work with Metatron this week. Metatron can help you. This feels like being studious, okay, which makes sense with that learning card, the crystal card, right? Because you're learning more about yourself, you're being the student of you, or even learning a new trait. Again, this is a general reading, so for everybody it's going to be a little bit different. All right, then we go back to the opal card again. All right, so for some of you, that means something. And I'll read it again. Your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. Okay, but for a lot of us, it's like you're giving birth to something new, a whole new situation in your life. But it's going to take a little while. I got to pull this up again. You will be victorious. So yeah, there's like trepidation, second guessing perhaps, which is normal. Listen, hey yo, it's going to happen, right? We're human. All right, so let's see what the crystal card would be a second time around. Okay. It is Hiddenite Gratitude. And I want to point out that this is green. And what was it? The crystal card? Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold on a second. All right. So the first card from the first reading, right? What was it? Fluorite. And it was learning. So that had kind of a greenish color to it. This has a greenish color to it. This is a crystal card. It has a greenish color to it. So a lot, and she's got her hand over her heart as well, right? So a lot of, I'm going to call this soul searching, okay? Really, trying to look within your heart and seeing what brings me joy. What really makes me happy? Now, it might be something very, very simple, okay? But there's also a message here too that you don't have to figure out everything overnight, okay? Have gratitude for where you are, which is what this card says. Have gratitude for what is. And if something goes out of your existence, have gratitude, okay? In the work that I do, I see a lot of people who come forward and they've got it figured out. They know what they want their external life to be, and they want to work with the angels about how to make that one thing happen. Well, sometimes that one thing that you think is right is no good for you, okay? Or there's something way better coming along, and yet sometimes we can't let go very easily, or we want to blame, or we want to attack. If you're a fellow reader, you know that, right? Getting attacked because something didn't turn out the way somebody else thought it should, right? I got the heat coming over. Metatron is, I'm feeling like I'm on the right track here, okay? So have gratitude if something goes wrong. As crazy as that sounds, if it's going wrong, sit back, have a laugh, and go, well, what is this going to turn into? Maybe there's something better coming along, because chances are pretty good that there is something better coming along. But if you hold tight onto what you think should be, I've said this a million times in this reading because it's so important. If you hang on to it, you're going to have a rough time. You're going to have a very rough time, okay? Or, wanting to have an argument with God and saying, why are you doing this to me? Give me what I want, right? But maybe it's just not time for that. There's something else too. If there's something physical, like in your health, because when we see green, at least I always think of health. Archangel Raphael. There's something too where, I don't know, like you're wanting to change something about your body, whatever that might be, and it's just not happening. It's because it's not supposed to yet. Okay. Again, that could be, we give so many different examples about that, but it's just not time for you to transform your body, or the way that you're trying to do it, even though maybe one community or mainstream media tells you this is the diet, like this is the one you're supposed to have because this is the healthiest way to live. And maybe for you it's not working. Okay, so again, you're going to really realize in a lot of areas of your life where you've been taking kind of not the most helpful approach, and how you need to be more open-minded about your path forward. This is a beautiful week. And the reason why this is a beautiful week is because we're learning more about our paths, the approach, and who we are. But who we are now. And this goes so far as to not even hang on to old identities. Okay? So if you grew up in a poor family, for example, and you always thought of yourself as someone who couldn't do that, who couldn't be prosperous or what have you, here's your chance to let that go and redefine. Okay? So we'll leave it there so it doesn't become a huge long video. We'll try this one. Hopefully this isn't cut off at the end, but have a beautiful week, guys, and I am sending you so much love. Take care.